Hello and a very warm welcome to the Parken Stadium in Copenhagen, which tonight plays host to the final match of Group H. Denmark taking on Portugal. Dan Thomas joined by Shaka Hislop for this winner-takes-all contest, Shaka.
Well, it's all for Denmark to do at home. They have to win. Portugal have got the better of the head-to-head thanks for their win in the return leg, or the reverse fixture, I should say. Denmark now is pretty straightforward. Nothing but 3 points will do.
Let's take you back to the previous encounters. This is Portugal against Ireland. It produced 8 goals in total. Portugal, fantastic going forward. Slightly shaky in defence, though.
Well, Portugal looked very good early on. Nani, that's an incredible header from some 12 yards out.
And this one was just an opportune goal. Was there to pounce on a mistake by Solveig Johansen to make it 2-0. Alves then delivered into Helder Postiga.
This is all in the first half. It was all going so well for Portugal.
It was, but then just 3 minutes after the break, Aaron Gunnarsson fired in a free kick as Helgemir Johansson made it 3-1, and it's some set pieces. Portugal look extremely vulnerable.
Well, for the first goal, Raul Mireles at fault. For the second, it's Rolando.
Then Portugal did wake up. Let's say we're playing it into João Moutinho. In the end, it finished 5 goals for Portugal. You can be assured that Denmark will take a lot of positives looking at the video of this, looking how they can take advantage of this fragile makeshift Portugal defence. In the end, 5-3, the penalty coming from Janssen.
I think for the Danes, they'll wonder how Portugal looks so stretched late on, and they'll want to expose them from set pieces.
Meanwhile, the GSP Stadium, a little bit of luck, I think a little bit more than that, as Lars Jakobsen made it 1-0 to Denmark. This game was over in just 20 minutes. Dennis Rommedahl playing into Christian Eriksen to make it 2-0. And Michael Kromdeli getting his first goal of the game, firing it in from 20 yards out. Dennis Rommedahl then grabbing his second, Shaka. Incredible stuff, really, considering Cyprus have been so strong.
It really was. I mean, the Danes looked very strong from the first whistle. Good fortune for their opening goal, but they never really looked back. Christian Eriksen pulling the strings through midfield for them. Rommedahl was unplayable. They did get a little bit sloppy in the end, though. So Avram grabbed the consolation goal. It was no more.
So you can take a look at how the group stands at the moment. Portugal with a better head-to-head record. So they will, if they win here today, qualify. No problem. Denmark, the same story. However, if Portugal lose this and Norway beat Cyprus by, say, for example, 9-0, Norway go through along with Denmark. Denmark are assured a playoff place. However, a victory over Portugal today will see them automatically qualify. We'll be, of course, keeping an eye on the other matches in this group and the other games that are taking place across Europe today, and what is a fascinating final round for teams looking to book a place in Poland and the Ukraine in Euro 2012. There's confirmation there that the win for Denmark would see them top the group, automatically qualify, and of course avoid those dreaded playoffs. If they do lose, however, they are guaranteed a spot in the next round. For Portugal, confirmation there as well that a win for them will guarantee them a spot in Euro 2012. If they lose here today, let's face it, they should be fine for second place. It all depends on how many goals, though, Norway can get against Cyprus.
Oh, I just can't see Norway scoring 9, despite Cyprus conceding as heavily as they have against both Denmark and Portugal.
Let's just confirm then who have already qualified. Poland and Ukraine, of course, automatically qualify as hosts. They're joined by Germany, who are at the moment 3-0 up against Belgium. Italy, Holland, of course, got a 100% record. Have Spain. They've got a big game in Alicante today against Scotland. And of course, England roared in to Euro 2012 with that 2-2 draw against Montenegro. By the way, the decision on how many games Wayne Rooney will be suspended for will be made by UEFA on Thursday. Of course, the priority here. Here's the match at the Parkin Stadium between Denmark and Portugal coming up the first half here on ESPN.
What if I told you you'd have a chance to revisit the best sports stories ever told?
O.J. Simpson being charged with 2 counts of murder.
ESPN Films presents top-shelf documentaries.
He just truly enjoys what he does.
Directed by some of the greatest storytellers of our time.
He annoyed you because he was so good.
The 30 for 30 film series Encore, now playing only on ESPN and ESPN2.
The biggest fight of their poker lives continues. The World Series of Poker 2011 main event. It's a whole new season with more analysis and more strategy. Taking you further inside the pursuit of an $8.7 million dream. But getting to the game's highest mountaintop won't be an easy climb.
Good luck, man.
The World Series of Poker 2011 main event, Sunday on ESPN.
It's the NFL on ESPN. This week, it's all about division battles. The Vikings battle the Chicago Bears. Then on Monday Night Football, the Jets look to take off against their AFC East rival Dolphins. Vikings, Bears, live Monday. Dolphins, Jets on Monday Night Football. It's the NFL on ESPN. There is a place where Christmas trees light up all year. Welcome to the land of speed. Don't miss NHRA drag racing. Qualify at Firebird International Raceway this Sunday on ESPN2.
Italian officials then here in Copenhagen today. Nicola Rizzoli will be the man taking charge of this match. Thomas Sorensen, captain for the Danish side as he wins his 97th cap. Meanwhile, Paolo Bento looks to continue his start for international management. It's the best ever for a Portuguese coach. And let's take you through the starting 11. It's unchanged, Shaka, to the side that beat Iceland by 5-3.
Well, no real surprise in that. And it will be a 4-3-3 for Paolo Bento, as you would expect yet again. Look for the threat to come down either way. Ronaldo or Nani. Not sure which side you prefer to mark. Really, the form that both these players are showing for both club and country. It's at the back that I feel you can get at the Portuguese. Rui Patricio has been absolutely fantastic between the sticks. You have to wonder about Rolando and Bruno Alves under the threat, under the big physical threat a player like Nicolas Bentner will bring to the game today.
Of course, those are the two, aren't they? Cristiano Ronaldo and Nani. Nani's had a sensational start to the season for Manchester United, was voted Player of the Month of September by the Old Trafford faithful. Of course, Cristiano Ronaldo has started this season for Real Madrid where he left off, scoring goals for fun. Danish defence know they're going to have to stop those two. They're going to have any chance of winning this game and topping Group H. There's Denmark playing from right to left on your screens, red tops, white shorts. Portugal in their change kit, white shirts and green shorts. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. You'll know when he's on the ball. A chorus of whistles greet the Portuguese number 7 wherever he goes.
Why is that, I wonder?
Well, of course, he famously said it's because people are jealous of him. I'm rich, I'm good looking, and I'm good at football. The header on then from Nicolas Bentner. Shaka, you were commenting before, it's a very different Nicolas Bentner that we see playing for Arsenal and of course now Sunderland when he puts on that national jersey.
Oh, Denmark play very much to his strengths. You have to say they do at Sunderland as well. Excellent and reaping the rewards despite their slightly disappointing start to this season. At Arsenal, though, I thought he was a huge disappointment, though I have to say for Denmark, he has been absolutely fantastic. Put their disappointments in South Africa 2010 down to his coming into the tournament injured. So keep an eye on the wonderfully talented Christian Eriksen in the midfield for the Danes. South Africa came too early for him. This is his stage. He relishes it.
Rui Patricio. His third qualifier for Portugal. Young goalkeeper playing for Sporting, only 23 years of age. Bednar. Turn from Ronaldo. Just looking to get their first touch under their belt here as Vist loses it in the centre. It's Ronaldo. To Martins. Not really getting any control on the ball here at the moment. It's Christian Eriksen. The Ajax midfielder just knocks it into Vist. Zimling looking for the foul and gets it eventually.
I thought he was a little bit soft. Aunt Nani here and just pulls off. I have to say, I didn't see anything that I thought wanted to whistle. This is where Denmark will be at their most dangerous, from set pieces like this.
It's 19-year-old Christian Eriksen to take this free kick. Oh, it's gone through everybody. It's a good save, and eventually the ball crosses the line. I'm not quite sure who got the final touch, but Michael Silberbauer is the man who will claim it. We talked about the vulnerability at the back of the Portuguese, but the referee maybe has now disallowed it.
Well, I am very surprised that this is disallowed. I do not think that Patricio has got control of this ball. It's Simon Schär who gets in there. I think that should be given. I don't see anything wrong with what Silberbauer does.
And that coming from an ex-goalkeeper, folks, as well. The warning being, of course, that you have to have the ball under control. Patricio nowhere near having any sort of claim on that ball.
Nicholas Bednar drifts onto Bruno Alves. The ball is slung in low, which I think surprises everyone, and it's Schär who got there. And then the melee in front of the goal, and I don't think that Rui Patricio had both hands on it or good control of it. I don't think a foul should have been given. You don't often see those given to an away team, I'll tell you that.
Nicola Rizzoli in the end, who did give it. Bednar, oh, lovely play on the right-hand side. Bednar going for goal, it's all Denmark here. The Sunderland striker looking for a penalty, a free kick though given there as Silberbauer, who thought he got his second goal for Denmark, brought down.
A work to do yet again for the Portuguese from another set piece. Silberbauer does well. João Pereira, he's comprehensively beaten. They don't want to be conceding too many of these. And again it's Eriksen who stands over it. In swinger this time.
And then the block comes at the near post by Martins.
I'm really surprised at how low that delivery was from Eriksen with the in-swinger. I expected more height, expected it to be aimed at either Bednar or the centre halves coming forward. So finally making his way back. Still the disappointments of the crowd. Sternwijk Morten Olsen is slightly perplexed.
Oh, it's quite an atmosphere at the start of this game. It's just gone up a notch after that decision from Nicola Rizzoli. So how much help he had from his linesman there in that decision. As Christian Eriksen feeds it into Zimling. Denmark playing fluid football here at the moment. Jakobsen. Reminder, a draw will do for Portugal. They're going to have to work hard for it. Certainly look at the way in which Denmark have started this match. Grandelli with a little back heel to Silverbauer. First time cross though is dealt with by Bruno Alves. Cristiano Ronaldo, look how far back he is, looking to win the ball here for his side.
Oh, Nani just dwells in it a little bit too long. Ronaldo checked his run. If you get Ronaldo starting that deep in his own half, you're doing something right as the opposing team. That passage of play that Silverbauer was eventually brought down by Pereira. The cross from the right was aimed at Bentner, and it was Ronaldo who was back defending with the header. That's exactly where you want to see Ronaldo playing, if he's on the park at all.
Pereira. A heavy challenge, isn't it, from Zimling as he is down Martins. Martins, he's playing in La Liga for Granada at the moment. On loan from Benfica. Partnering Raul Meireles in the centre of midfield for Portugal. Both with very similar mohawk haircuts. And now to leave the ball to Eliseu. Side. Nice touch from Bentner. Vidal's made the run, but it's back inside instead to Zimling.
Well played, the Portuguese there. Starting to close the ball a lot quicker through midfield. Not long players, just to get that little time and room they so desperately want.
Another Postiga. Loses out. It was Yelland who came across. Just before Xhaka, just his second cap for making his debut against Cyprus. Martins dinks it inside, and Sorensen leaves it out. And the Portuguese players felt that it was a corner.
Does just get a little bit of a nick.
Portugal in no position to complain about refereeing decisions, so let's face it, at the moment. We got 11 minutes gone here. Denmark 0, Portugal 0, but it should really be 1-0 to the hosts. Michael Silverbauer's goal disallowed. Infringement on the goalkeeper, but replays certainly show that Rui Patricio didn't have the ball under control.
So the balls were just about in the hands of Rui Patricio, but don't leave it with me. I wouldn't be expecting to get that call, not away from home.
Bentner. Brindilli. Oh, goes for goal, takes a deflection, and this one will count. As it stands, Denmark are going through to Euro 2012 as they've taken a 1-0 lead.
Again, the defensive uncertainty about Portugal comes back to haunt them. Prondelli gets his ball. It's not in an overly threatening position, but the Portuguese back four back off and back up. Look how much pace he has. Look how much ground Pereira has to make up. And he's backtracking, does not have the support. And when it does come, it's too late. Off Rolando. Inside the post. Comfortably by Rui Patricio. I have to say, it's deserved.
High fives all round on the bench as they feel justice is done. Denmark have been superb in this match so far, thoroughly deserved the lead. Now, can they keep it?
Spoke about both teams' wingers and the threat that would come. Romadal is quicker, he's more pacey. Prondelli, though, just stays wide and waits for the ball to arrive, and that's what he did.
Nani as well to keep possession in his final ball, though, is an easy one for Silverbauer to clear. Bentner.
Now, as much as the Danes have got to ride this wave of emotion that swept through this stadium, they've got to keep things tight at the back.
It's striking that balance, isn't it? You don't particularly want to then start sitting too far back to welcome, to invite pressure from Nani and Ronaldo.
Well, this crowd has been ignited. They'll make noise from now until the final whistle. Right now, the next 5 minutes are absolutely vital for Denmark. They don't want to give Portugal a sniff in getting back into this game. And as I say that, they give the ball away rather cheaply. Bieland.
And it's Ronaldo into Posilla. Offside against the Zaragoza striker.
And yes, Bieland hand up and apologising. It's exactly what the Danes don't want to be doing. Giving the ball away cheaply in those areas of the park. You want to get the ball to the front men. You want to pin Ronaldo back. If he doesn't get back, it'll allow the likes of Romadal and the goal scorer Prondelli far too much room. And again, they give it away cheaply. This time, it's sharp.
And a save by Martinho. Say does want to get the cross in fact, he got two Danish players around him. It's the goal scorer, Prondelli. What a ball, by the way, to Nicholas Bentner, who found Eriksson, but say a couple of times we've just seen the host give the ball away cheaply. Prondelli. Well, Morelos that time, winning possession back for the visitors. Pereira. Ronaldo. Silverbauer does a good job, though, in stopping the Portuguese captain.
Silverbauer's job to get close to Ronaldo once he gets into the Danish half of the park.
Vidal just out-muscled then by Eliseu. Oh. He does brilliantly well to win it back. Zimlin. No, really, Patricio had no chance to stop Denmark taking the lead. The ball taking a deflection off Rolando. Stiga. Nasty one back by Zimling. Pereira. Goes for handball, not given though. This crowd, one knows on the pitch. Moutinho with a dreadful ball in.
He's got 3 in the box, and Stiga, Ronaldo and Nani, all 3 very good in the air. The cross was absolutely terrible.
The home fans may have a point there. Certainly a chest, but maybe a little bit of arm there as well from João Pereira.
Portuguese have certainly responded to going a goal back, but I am surprised with how much the Danes are playing the ball at the back.
It's confirmation, Russia 3, Andorra 0. Russia, it looks like, will top Group B. Republic of Ireland 1-0 up. They will go through to the playoffs as it stands. Work on the far side, deflection as well, could have gone anywhere. Nani, you could just see looking for the space to shoot.
Nani's shapes here, that little check just loses Jakobsen. And the angle opens up for him. Takes a deflection, I think, thankfully, from the Danish point of view.
Tunyi takes. Bentner there to head it away. A dreadful ball to the far side. It's Bruno Alves. Silva with the throw. Bentner does well to keep it in. Just goes out for a goal kick. Silva. They've just resisted, they've just ridden that wave, haven't they, Shaka, from that initial response from Portugal after conceding the goal. Denmark now just looking to get back their rhythm.
I think it was important that they didn't get Portugal away back into this game that early. Again, we know that draw does Portugal very nicely indeed.
Clearance to Kondeli.
The biggest threat from Portugal is from the front. That's where their strength is, and I think the longer that they can go, that the Danes can go with frustrating the Portuguese, I think the more nervy they get defensively.
So Germany 3, Belgium 0. Comprehensive victory for the Germans to maintain their 100% record in Group A. For Belgium, their hopes of qualifying now look all but over. Pereira. And Pereira was looking for Ronaldo, who ended up on the ground, just lost his footing as the ball was about to be passed. Jalan, despite his second cap, showing maturity there to screen the ball out.
One goal ruled out incorrectly, in my opinion. Seen the team go ahead. Up for another 68 minutes. We'll be going to European Championships next summer. Long way to go yet, though.
Indeed it is. Many twists and turns always seem to take place, don't they, on these final days of qualifying. But Denmark will be delighted with the start that they've made. A long throw from Vist here. Don't forget, Denmark have had the ball in the back of the net twice. Only one of the goals counted. Portugal, who looked so vulnerable against Iceland from set pieces, continued that trend here today.
This is actually better by Bruno Alves. We saw Iceland make good use of the long throw as well. This time it comes from Vist, aimed at Simon Shah. Bruno Alves does very well. Towering header, but again have conceded another set piece.
Eriksson standing next to play it short. Signaling with the long ball across, headed across the goal, and it's there for Silverman. The Silverbauer, who, for that first goal, which was eventually disallowed, should have done better there, really.
He really should have. It just sat up on him slightly. Had to almost jump at it to try to get over the ball. But again, the Portuguese strung all over the park.
Eriksson. Crowd urging their team forward here, and Nicholas Bentner with the effort into the hands of Patricio.
Should have done better. Look how late Ram Relish is coming out here. He goes back. Bentner has absolutely no idea that he has as much time as he does. He can take this down. Nearest player to him is his own man, Crondelli. Can we talk about the uncertainty of the Portuguese defensively? And that time, Relish, the Chelsea man at fault.
Now, meanwhile, in Group E, Sweden 1, Holland 1. Game is done and dusted. That group, sorry. As Holland will qualify and Sweden are in the playoffs. Holland looking to keep their 100% record up, though, as Orlando comes across and makes the clearance.
Again, because of how narrow Portugal are defensively and how wide Crondelli starts every single time, he's got time and space to run at Pereira.
Succession of corners here that Portugal haven't exactly dealt with particularly impressive fashion. William Vist with the effort. Patricio watching that all the way into his gloves. Didn't want that to be a YouTube sensation. You're just pleased that YouTube wasn't around in your day, aren't you?
I am.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly offside. 25 minutes gone, and it's the home fans who are making all the noise. As it stands, Denmark are through to Euro 2012. Portugal would have to go via the playoffs. By the way, Norway are 1-0 up against Cyprus. If they get 7 more goals, they're through to the playoffs. And Portugal are out completely.
way to the organisers. I'm convinced that FIFA seeded the European playoffs for South Africa 2010 because Portugal finished in second place. It's my own little conspiracy theory. Maybe I should keep that to myself.
Of course, there was so much controversy with the seeding system that FIFA, as you say, implemented after the group stages were done and dusted to qualify for South Africa, trying to ensure that the big boys did qualify. Nani to Postiga. Denmark looking comfortable at the back at the moment. Sorensen hasn't had too much to do so far. Clearly see a little nudge in the back there from Silva, bringing down Ronaldo. Martins with the ball in. A real opportunity there for Rolando. I think he saw it late.
It did. It just comes over. Head of Nani. Just does not adjust well enough. Clear sight of goal, really. Should have done better. Be disappointed.
Sorensen clears, Eliseo knocks it back to him. One thing in favour for Denmark here, because of the way in which they so comprehensively beat Cyprus, 4-0 up, of course, after 22 minutes. It does mean they're probably a little better rested than the Portuguese.
Portuguese only on themselves, so very 3 up against Iceland, comfortable. Spoken about Portugal and their defensive frailties. Seeding against a team that really they shouldn't have.
Amidal, lovely little back heel. Gibson with the ball across.
Jacobs just slings that ball across. Ronaldo Alves have it covered comfortably, but because they sat so far off Nicholas Bentner, who sat at the top of the box, I tell you, he somehow gets it. This ball back. Ben is free.
Ronaldo. So Pereira, half an hour gone here at the Parken Stadium. Denmark 1, Portugal 0 as it stands. Denmark will top Group H and automatically qualify. Portugal would have to go through the playoff process. Sorensen just frustrating Ronaldo there. Croatia in the 2-0 leaders at the moment. Lithuania. We're going to have to make do with second place, as we just see that ball played over the top. Greece will automatically qualify from that group as they beat Georgia today. Shaka's got his abacus out next to me, just trying to work out what's going on in all these different scenarios and all the different groups. And there's confirmation. Greece will go through. Top of Group F after beating Georgia by 2-1. How important their 2-0 victory over Croatia is now. Starved of any sort of service.
I've not seen either Ronaldo or Nani on any decent runs. Didn't have anything that Portugal could feed off of. To see it. It's not gone the game. I am very surprised.
Just Bentner will look back at that chance that he had minutes ago that he should have done better with.
Just looked like he realised exactly how much time he had. Everybody came out defensively, and for some reason, MLS went back in.
And we'll be keeping a close eye on what's happening in Alicante as well. At the moment, it's Spain 0, Scotland 0. Scotland just need to beat the world champions. Correa just unable to keep the ball in. Draw will do for Scotland if the Czech Republic don't win their game as well. They basically just have to match what the Czech Republic do. They're in action away against Lithuania. Coutinho into Pereira, into João Coutinho. Pereira. Coutinho just looking to flick the ball through into Nani, and it's Denmark now on the counter-attack. And this Romidal to Bentner, who's onside here. Good pressure though by Rolando, who brings it forward.
It's not the first time we've seen Bentner slip though.
Nani. Oh, a dangerous ball into the box. Cleared away well though by Jalan. Stiga. 1-2 with Coutinho there.
It was a strange pass by Fifth.
Norway now 2-0 up against Cyprus. They need 6 more. Ronaldo. Fernandi, what a good challenge that was in the end by Sharp. And here comes Nicholas Bentner. It's great work, in fact, by Eriksson, wasn't it?
Thought he was fouled by Rolando. He gets away with it to number 14. I think he had a hold of Eriksson. And Billy had no one to pass it. Well, thought Eriksson was continuing his run. For Rolando. Just out of the picture then.
Denmark looking comfortable, it must be said. Thomas Sorensen hasn't been tested so far in this match.
This game has gone exactly as scripted, or certainly as Morten Olsen would have scripted. Early chances, one ruled out. He got the second.
Romidal. Lifted over the top, he was looking for Prondelli. Martins. To Nani. This is done by Silberbauer. Postilla. To Martins. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't get hold of it. First real chance though we've seen Portugal create it.
It's slung in, it comes very quickly at Ronaldo, who has to just here. Shah is close, gets it through his legs. Sorensen always equal to it, not hit cleanly as you say, Dan. Too often I've seen Nani in crossing positions, put the ball in low with Ronaldo waiting menacingly in the middle. I think Cristiano Ronaldo is a lot stronger in the air than many people would give him credit for. Don't put it in on the ground. I'd like to see Ronaldo, one stood up for him, test him against Shah.
Republic of Ireland 1-0 up. An own goal from the visitors there. Armenia having their goalkeeper sent off as well for handling outside of the box. So it looks like Republic of Ireland will finish second in their group and make it through to the playoffs. Like I say, we're managing to get the ball away. Rolando, oh my goodness. Imagine Paulo Bento on the bench. His heart in his mouth there for a moment.
He's always looked rather uncertain once he let that ball drop. And when he did, the crowd just went up in expectation. Bentner started to chase and then he might have had a nervous moment.
Thomas Sorensen in no rush. I've got a feeling we could be saying that a lot over the next 50 minutes.
One thing you know you can rely on with Sorensen is his experience between these sticks. No longer a regular for his club team. First team shirt goes to Asmir Begovic for Stoke, but still so accomplished, and he's seen it all.
Oh, it's nice little one-touch football, Raul Morelos, so getting the boot in. So confirmation there, Czech Republic 1-0 up in their game against Lithuania. Spain 1-0 up against Scotland. Czech Republic would go through second in that group as it stands. Pereira whips it in, looking for Ronaldo. I think Intern was looking for a penalty there.
It's what was needed. Stand one up for Ronaldo.
Coutinho. Little touch from Martins. Straight at Sorensen though once again.
I don't think that was ever a penalty. Even Ronaldo knew that. Again, you see players slipping. I'm surprised at how many times we've seen that. But stand across up, and I think Ronaldo certainly had the beating of Jakobsen, had position on him.
Confirmation there, David Silva opening the scoring in Alicante. Scotland having all to do. As it stands, they have to beat Spain to make it through to the playoffs. Cristiano Ronaldo brought down, and you feel it will be the Portuguese captain who will have a go from here. The free kick's taken quickly. Pereira, goalkeeper, makes the save, and you have to say it was well played by Portugal.
Oh, this really is Ronaldo territory. What's Crondelli doing? He gives the ball back. I think just as Denmark are thinking about the Ronaldo free kick, it's taken quickly.
Crondelli would have been crucified, wouldn't he?
It's well played, Lars Jakobsen, though.
Ball's given away though in the other end. Eriksson, just surrounded by white shirts. And the cross is a heavy one in the end from Lars Jakobsen. Foul given against Raul Morelos there. Quite sure what the referee saw.
Too high feet, maybe it's that second one.
It's Nani who's trying to come back to help. He seemed to hinder Portugal's chances there of winning back the ball.
Morelos was having a little bit surely. I don't think he was at fault at all. Another set piece, another opportunity for Eriksson to deliver.
Oh, it's a good ball in, looking for the head of Bentner.
Just behind Niklas Bentner. A little more bend on that free kick. If he had held his run ever so slightly, I think Bentner's in. And again, he's got position on Rolando. I think he'll have a beating of Rolando from every single set piece. Swap them up in the second half and put Alves on Bentner and Rolando on Shaw from set pieces. It's only a matter of time before Bentner gets his head on one of those, a good head.
Dennis Romedal will go in the referee's book. The first player to be shown a yellow card in this game. This is why.
I think it's warranted, no question about the body check. Not the biggest Bentner, let's be honest. It's not like running into a brick wall.
Was that a little wink there we saw from Romedal?
Oh, he's just proud of the fact that he's left somebody holding a body part, I guess. He's not a big man, Dennis Romedal.
Now into added time, so it can't be too much. The ball is whipped in. As the referee blows the half-time whistle, so far, so good for Morten Olsen's side. The goal coming from Michael Crondelli. And the home fans on their feet, because as it stands, Denmark will qualify automatically for Euro 2012. This is why. Coming up after the break, we'll bring you the highlights of what has been a thoroughly entertaining match up to now.
The ATP World Tour Masters 1000 heads to China for the Shanghai Rolex Masters. It's an all-star event in one of the great stops on the tour. Plus, with 4 spots open for the Barclays World Tour Finals, it's added pressure for the great men of the ATP. The stars are set to shine in China. The ATP Shanghai Rolex Masters. Coverage continues live today on ESPN.
This is October on ESPN. ATP World Tour Masters 1000 from Shanghai. The World Series of Poker main event. NFL American football.
And he ties an NFL record with a 99-yard touchdown!
And European football's finest leagues. Spanish La Liga, the UEFA Europa League, and the UEFA Champions League. This is October on ESPN.
These match day highlights are brought to you by new Castrol Edge, now engineered by titanium fluid strength technology.
Hello, I'm Mark Donaldson with this latest Sports Centre update for the Rugby World Cup, where Australia and New Zealand have booked their places in the last four. In an epic battle in Wellington, Australia captain James Horwell scored the only try of the game, despite South Africa dominating the first half. The Wallabies then withstood a barrage of pressure, while James O'Connor's penalty sealed the win. The Boks coach Peter de Villiers resigned after the match.
You know, there's a time to come and a time to go. And the journey, I think, for me is also over.
In Auckland, tournament hosts New Zealand overcame a spirited Argentina. The Pumas stood firm and scored a first-half try before Kieran Reid broke their resistance after 66 minutes. But the All Blacks were indebted to Piri Wiku. 7 penalties ensured a semi-final showdown with Australia.
Very happy. Haven't been in a semi-final before. Bloody amazing.
So here's how the Final Four shape up. Wales will attempt to reach their first ever World Cup final when they face France. That's followed by the all-Antipodean clash, Australia against New Zealand. So the semi-finalists are all set. And for all the latest World Cup news, log on to ESPNscrum.com. Bye for now.
Every week, the nation's best lay their season on the line.
End zone ahead.
Experience the pageantry, the intensity, and every defining moment.
The fans have stormed the field.
When the game's historic rivals and biggest contenders battle in the drive to the national championship. All season long on ESPN and ESPN2. College football lives here.
All smiles here from the home fans at the moment in Copenhagen as Denmark have a 1-0 lead over Portugal. Thoroughly deserved lead as well, Chuck.
It was. Everything went perfectly as scripted by Morten Olsen. Bright start by the Danes. Had a goal disallowed, unfairly in my opinion. They then got the goal that their football deserved. Had to weather a storm. But this is exactly the start that the coach, the fans, the players would have wanted. Thought they had.
Michael Silva celebrates, but the referee deemed that there was a foul on the goalkeeper here.
See, I don't think Patricio's got both hands on that ball at all. Get very, very lucky, the Portuguese.
Just under 10 minutes later, though, Denmark did score, and it did count. A little bit of luck involved, though. So it took a massive deflection off Rolando.
Look how narrow Portugal are defensively. And Crondell uses the room well, comes inside. Eventually the support does come from Moutinho, but Pereira isn't close enough, nor is Rolando. Once it hits him, it leaves Rui Patricio with absolutely no chance.
High fives from Morten Olsen. Portugal working their way back into the game. They've had a couple of chances. Cristiano Ronaldo and Carlos Martins have tested Thomas Sorensen, but so far they feel that Denmark are good for their lead. A lead, of course, which would leave them top of the group, automatically qualifying for Euro 2012. As it stands, Portugal would have to go through the playoff process, something that Cristiano Ronaldo and his side would certainly not be relishing. Can they mount a comeback in the second half? Well, stay with us to find out. After the break, though, we'll be bringing the highlights of Germany's clash against Belgium. Seedorf then with the corner. And the header into the back of the net. It's Thiago Silva. Would you believe it?
ESPN3.com is available free to all Foxtel and All-Star Sport subscribers. The best of international sport on your computer, anytime, anywhere. Now, for the first time, every UEFA Champions League game, live or on demand. Log on to ESPN3.com.au today.
Brazil's World Soccer Tour continues as they bring their beautiful game to Mexico. Watch as the 5-time world champions take on El Tri in Torreon. Don't miss Mexico-Brazil today, live on ESPN.
Last season, Virginia Tech cornerback Jaron Hosley led the nation with 9 interceptions as a sophomore. To examine the tools that this rising star uses to abuse offenses, we ran him through our Pick 6 test.
We're gonna have you backpedal. Then you're gonna have to make a break on the ball, step in front of our receiver, pick off the ball, then take it to the house.
Go! When Jaron receives the signal to break, he's backpedaling 3 yards behind and 5 yards to the side of our receiver. It takes him less than 1/3 of a second to plant his right foot, shift his center of gravity, and reverse direction. Go! He then makes a 60-degree lateral cut, and his eyes lock onto the ball in approximately 0.3 of a second. And in only 4 steps, Jaron's between our receiver and the pass. Here's what that means on the field. If a quarterback unloads a 50-mile-per-hour dart from 24 yards away, Jaron can make a play on the ball even if, at the moment of release, he's 6 yards from the intended receiver and moving in the opposite direction. Jaron's range is as much of a threat to receivers as his reaction time. Standing 5'10", he's about 3 inches shorter than the NFL average wideout. But his 76-inch wingspan corresponds to a player almost 10% taller. Combine that with a 37-inch vertical leap, and Jaron can get a fingertip on a ball over 11 feet off the ground.
For ESPN Sports Science, I'm John Brinkus.
See every second of action on ESPN.
The ATP World Tour Masters 1000 heads to China for the Shanghai Rolex Masters. It's an all-star event in one of the great stops on the tour. Plus, with 4 spots open for the Barclays World Tour Finals, it's added pressure for the great men of the ATP. The stars are set to shine in China. The ATP Shanghai Rolex Masters. Coverage continues live today on ESPN.
Brazil's World Soccer Tour continues as they bring their beautiful game to Mexico. Watch as the 5-time world champions take on El Tri in Torreon. Don't miss Mexico-Brazil today, live on ESPN.
Welcome back to Copenhagen. Home fans enjoying a sing-song at half-time. Although no one here is counting their chickens. Denmark 1, Portugal 0. It was Michael Krone-Deli's goal in the 13th minute, which has given Morten Olsen's side the advantage here at half-time. But when you've got Nani and Cristiano Ronaldo in your team, Shaka, you know there is no way you can take anything for granted.
Well, the good thing, or the worry is, we've seen not a lot of either two in the first half. I think very surprisingly. To start with, Ronaldo got pinned back as the Danes got the ball forward very quickly. I thought that was good, but as he started to play higher up the park, the Portuguese started to cause the Danes more problems. Not seen enough of Nani, but anyone who knows those players, and let's be honest, who watches football and doesn't, I know that they can turn the game in a moment.
Sorensen hasn't had too much to do in the Danish goal. A couple of shots, but straight at him from Martins and Cristiano Ronaldo.
It really looked like scoring, in all honesty, the Portuguese. Keep drawing these comparisons to World Cup qualifying for 2010, where again, both these teams were grouped together. The Portuguese had a spell just in the middle of that campaign. They went 3 games without scoring, and I think their qualification was in real doubt. Got Liedson, the Brazilian born, Portuguese naturalized citizen, and he turns things around. Well, he doesn't figure anymore. That role now given to Helder Postiga. If you thought you'd seen little of Ronaldo and Nani, seen even less of Postiga.
Postiga has to fair, lacked any service. There you go. You forget your modern day contraptions. Clapping hands on your... That's what it's all about. Will they still be clapping though at the end of the game here? Whistles for the Portuguese side, who are delaying the start of this second half. This is a tactic employed by Paulo Bento here, but Cristiano Ronaldo eventually leads his side out. Nicola Rizzoli very much at the centre of controversy, deciding to disallow Denmark's goal after just 4 minutes. Looking at the replay, Xhaka, it's difficult to see what really was going through his mind.
Well, the ball was just about in Patricio's hands. I don't think he had two hands on it. You may see those given, but you never see them given against the home team.
Strap yourselves in. You've got a feeling it's going to be an exciting second half here in the Parkin Stadium. We will be with you all the way here on ESPN. Dan Thomason, Xhaka Hislop with you. Well, it's Clash live from Copenhagen. You can be assured that Portugal are going to be throwing everything at this Danish defence. They're looking to get out of the traps quickly in this second half as well.
The big question for Denmark is when that Portuguese onslaught comes, how does Bjelland stand up to it? It's only his second cap. As encouraging as he has been in the game and a half that he's played in the Danish national colours. Simon Schär alongside him, experienced, wonderfully talented centre-back.
Nani. Now Morelos. Across Eliseo. The Malaga defender looking at the ground.
It's not the first time we've seen players slip on this surface. We've seen it a little bit too often, if you ask me.
We've seen Ronaldo go down Carlos Martins when he was taking a shot. I'm not sure if that was a surface, Xhaka, or just...
I think he just gives away under his right foot, under his standing foot. We've seen Nicklas Bettner have his problems as well. Ordinarily, strikers play with these shorter studs because they feel it gives them a better feel on the ball with the underside of their foot.
It's a chance for Nicklas Bettner to make it 2-0. Patricio does enough, and then he was just looking to set it up for Eriksson. Poor first touch by Bettner, wasn't it there, Xhaka?
It was, and I think the concern really is Nicklas Bettner getting round the back of you defensively as easy as he does. He's not quick, Nicklas Bettner. That's crafty from Eriksson. And Patricio does well just to stay on his feet.
To say, Eliseo did well, didn't he? Just to shepherd him wide of the goalkeeper. Dennis Romidal could have gone anywhere. And it almost fell to Crondelli.
And again, another poor touch from Crondelli. And he seemed to slip as well. This time it's Portugal's turn to get themselves in a twist, overplaying at the back. You are left slightly bemused. As you're looking, Charles Ferreira. Pereira's asking, what's going on?
I'll tell you what, don't go anywhere. This really has the feeling, the potential of being a cracking second half of football. Remember, as it stands, a draw is enough for Portugal. Just confirmation there in Group E. Germany finished top of the table after a 3-1 win over Belgium. Turkey go through to the playoffs. Rolando. So Pereira. Croatia 2. Australia 0, or Latvia, sorry, 0. Not enough though for Croatia. They will finish second. Greece topping the table after a 2-1 victory away to Georgia. confirmation of that score. Eliseu. Trying to find Martins, who's playing a little further up than he was in the first half. Trying to give some support to Helder Postiga. And Shaka, I know this is dangerous and Danish fans will kill me for saying it, but where's Cristiano Ronaldo?
Well, I think that is the big question. Where's their front three? Seen little of them. Back four uncertain. One positive in midfield. They've been all right. No more.
Eliseu's clearance straight. Gelan. Could be a spell of possession here for the host, Romedal.
Poor ball to Jakobsen. Romedal one with Eliseu. Just waiting for the run of Jakobsen to come alongside him. Wasn't that tough a ball to play.
Nani dancing with the ball, keeps possession. Republic of Ireland 2-1 up. It looks like they're going to finish second in their group. Cristiano Ronaldo trying to feed it through to Martins. The ball is given away. Ronaldo, though.
Gets lucky there, Bjelland. Reads the pass well, but then gives it away.
Zimling. To Dennis Romedal. Listen to the crowd urging him to shoot, looking for the free kick. Doesn't get it, though.
To see, I'm surprised that he doesn't. It's just a schoolboy trick by Romedal, just trying to push it around, and Eliseu get around the other side.
Nani. Plays it inside. Gelan gets a touch. Someone needs to clear this and clear it quickly. Well, Vist is just giving the Danish supporters a heart attack there. Running around in circles 6 yards away from his goal line.
Romedal still complaining. He thought it was a foul up against Eliseu. Great battle between those two.
If he'd gone down, would that have made a difference, do you think?
I don't think so. I think Eliseu got it just right. Romedal aging now, but still very quick.
33 years of age, Dennis Romedal. 2 goals in that 4-1 victory against Cyprus. Sorensen clears. Goodness me. Sweden 3, Holland 2. Holland, remember, Group B, they were 100% record. That looks like that could be over. Ventnor. There's the effort there from Kromdeli.
Just cuts across it. He just leaves his boot. I think it's a worry for Patricio. Drifts well wide in the end. Ian really coming down now.
That win for Sweden would have ramifications as well on this group, as they would then go through automatically as best runners-up. If they lost, it could have meant that Portugal could have gone through. That That now seems irrelevant. It's Eliseu. It's Moutinho. To see some fans in the crowd looking up at the clock. I'm sure it's slowed for them, hasn't it? The ball's won well back by Prondelli. To Eriksson. Just crowded out.
Was looking for Niklas Bentner. He drifted onto LSU, but couldn't shake his man loose.
Good run down the right from Nani. Cuts it back inside to Martins. Sorensen with the save. Did well to hold it as well.
Did very well. Thomas Sorensen. Just want me to say, we've not seen anything of Nani. He goes on the run. That's a great ball to pick out Carlos Martins. And he catches that cleanly, almost too cleanly. Straight up Sorensen.
Bentner. Over the top, trying to find Zimling. Zimling looking for Romadal, but just played it behind the 33-year-old.
Just needed to put his foot on it just a touch. Nicky Zimling. Romadal had just started to go in behind LSU. That was allowing Jakobsen to run into the space.
The rain falling heavily here in Copenhagen, not dampening though the spirits of the home fans, but on the pitch they're seeing their side. Another Kosh here slightly. You'd expect nothing else with Portugal knowing that they score here and they are automatically through. A draw is enough for Paulo Bento's side. Moutinho. David Silva getting his second of the game in Alicante. Spain 2-0 up. Scotland's slim hopes of getting a playoff place in Group I look all but over, especially considering the Czech Republic are 2-0 up against Lithuania.
Sheikha's looking along the line here. He shouldn't be offside. Who would have expected this from the Portuguese to start the half? Saying that, it was Denmark who started the brighter. You would have expected Portugal to come out the blocks.
I imagine Paulo Bento would have put a rocket up them at half-time. Cristiano Ronaldo. Kellen once again with a challenge. Ronaldo. Up against Sima Bauer. It's a good challenge. Martins to take this corner, the first of the second half for Portugal. Bentner back there, and it's his header that clears. Almost fell to Eriksson as well. Zimling with the clearance. And as far as Alves. Relentless pressure here at the moment. The Danish defence doing a sterling job at the moment, but it's Nani. To Martins, in a little bit of space here, Martins. Carlos Martins knows he should have done a lot better.
Offering the excuse of the rapidly increasing pitch, it's already slipping. Just a ball. See him losing his footing there.
Zimmer. Eliseo. All Portugal here at the moment. Cristiano Ronaldo goes down. Nothing given though from the referee. Challenged by Moutinho to win back possession for Portugal. Martins to Ronaldo. Back into Carlos Martins. Morelos wanted to hit it. He's now with Nani. Oh, what a poor delivery by Martins to end a promising move there from Portugal.
Enjoying the land share possession here now, Portugal. Pressing very well through midfield. The Danes just aren't able to get the ball into Nicolas Bentner and play from there as they had done in the first half. Pressure. Martin Diop. Nearly relentless.
Ball kept in by Crondelli. Reciprocated as well by Rui Patricio. Gone past the hour mark here at the Parken Stadium. Denmark 1, Portugal 0. It's Crondelli's 13th minute goal, which at the moment is sending Denmark to Euro 2012. Dennis Rommedahl looking to secure it. Nicolas Bentner doubles the Danes' advantage. And how crucial could that goal prove to be? It's Denmark 2, Portugal 0.
For as good Portugal have looked over the last 10 minutes, they press the ball higher and higher up the park. They leave their defense more and more exposed. Look at how stretched. Again, look at the pass from Christian Eriksen. The unsettling pace of Dennis Rommedahl. The clever run of Nicolas Bentner. And that's a great ball. That's a tap-in. That should be Denmark at Euro 2012.
Portugal now need 2. Sorensen, like the rest of the crowd, know how important that goal could prove to be. But you highlighted it there. What a ball from Eriksen. Ronaldo just having his shirt tugged, wants a yellow card as well. And it will just be a free kick to the visitors.
Ajax Trinkle in midfield for Denmark. It's 2 million as an 18-year-old. It's almost unheard of. But now you see why.
Moutinho, we're just going to see first substitution of the game. So it looks like Miguel Veloso is going to come on as Martins fires one Silverbauer has just stayed down.
He'll want to stay down as well.
Yes.
Just take a little bit of the sting out of this one.
So the Genoa midfielder looks like needs to come on. There you go, Veloso. You'd imagine it would be for Morelis. Just had a little bit more of an attacking bite in midfield.
You've got Ronaldo, you've got Nani on the park, you've got Raul Mireles, but who would have thought that would be a 19-year-old writing all the headlines?
It's Quaresma who's come on. Bentner. Look for space here, Nicholas Bentner. In the end, it's only as far as Zimling. Ricardo Quaresma on. The Besiktas midfielder. As is Miguel Veloso. A double switch here. So Eliseu and Carlos Martins, who have both gone off the pitch for Portugal. Quaresma's ball in. Ronaldo didn't know too much about it. He's unable to guide the ball on target.
And what the introduction of Quaresma has done is allowed Ronaldo to play far more central, right up alongside Postiga. Oh, what it does do, of course, leave Portugal even more exposed defensively. That's not a concern, not right now.
Doesn't matter if they lose 2-0 or 5-0,
It does not at all. Always say 2-0. It's the most deceptive lead in football, but I prefer to be 2-0 ahead than 1-0.
Listen to the crowd here at the Bargain Stadium. Optimistically before the game, they would have said, you know, I think maybe we could scrape a 1-0. They have been under the cosh in this second half, but Nicholas Bentner's goal against the run of play has given this Danes the 2-0 advantage. And the Portuguese side look visibly shocked as well, as Romadal almost gets on the end. That ball across there from Zimling. Czech Republic will be finishing second, it looks right now in Group I, 3-0 up. Remember, Scotland, as it stands for them, are 2-0 down at half-time. Scotland then need to score 3 in Alicante without reply to book a place in the playoffs. Ricardo Quaresma to Raul Mireles. Nani. Veloso. Well, they're great when they work. Make you look a little silly when they don't. Cristiano Ronaldo giving away possession. Nice footwork from Nicholas Bentner there to keep possession for Denmark. Difficult decision as well, isn't it, for Morten Olsen now. Xhaka, he's got a team that are full of confidence, playing good football at the moment. You don't particularly want to make any changes, but having said that, you don't want anyone to pick up any knocks.
I don't think he needs to change anything just yet. Morten Olsen, they've coped well in the first half. They've got the second goal, maybe against the run of play. As you would expect, Paulo Bento has made changes. They haven't taken effect yet, so the Danes just continue to cope every bit as easily. Will want to show things up.
A little bit of experience to come on now for Denmark as we see Christian Poulsen coming on to replace Nicky Zimling, who's worked tirelessly hard, hasn't he, in the midfield. Christian Poulsen then coming on for the last 20 minutes of this match. Now plying his trade at Evian. By the way, speaking of French football, Edin Dzeko has scored for Bosnia to give them a 1-0 lead in France. It would mean that France would have to qualify via the playoffs. You just know they would get Ireland, wouldn't you? That would be inevitable. So Christian Poulsen on.
Very similar to Zimling, Poulsen. Just look a little more defensive-minded, particularly tonight. Don't expect Poulsen to get too far forward.
Nani looking for space to shoot. Surprised he didn't pull the trigger the first time there.
William Quist does very well up against Nani here. He is looking for just that yard of room. Doesn't need much more in Manchester United, man, but couldn't find it. From that distance, it would take some strike to beat Thomas Sorensen. So, see Nani bury those. Don't give him too many good looks.
Portugal without Costa, Ricardo Carvalho and Pepe here today. Three influential figures. I just feel that Denmark have played more as a team. As Nani's brought down by the goal scorer, Crondelli. Morelos to Ronaldo. Nani. The header out. As far as what a strange effort though from the substitute.
His whole right foot, which makes it even more surprising that he didn't hit that first time.
Bender. Just as well. There's Poulsen. And the Olays reverberating around the park and the stadium.
Players will be enjoying that too much. They've got their minds firmly focused on the job that's a long way from completed.
Morelos gives away the ball. And here comes Eriksson. Christian Eriksson, lovely touch. Oh, superb football from Denmark. It's Eriksson. Oh, if you'd have just seen Dennis Rommedahl. That was the pass. Goes for goal instead. Brilliant play though from the hosts.
Have not seen Dennis Rommedahl, could he? Just here.
Ronaldo at the other end. Summed up his night.
You do feel that the third goal is the nail in the coffin for Portugal. There it is. Time to pop the champagne for Denmark. No one rests easily, even on a 2-0 lead.
Nicolas Bentner goal has really taken the wind out of Portugal's sails. They did start the second half so brightly here. Ball from Ronaldo again.
Well, that's twice, and both times he's looking at the man. Just then it was Nani, before it was Morelos. The pass was nowhere near to either player.
It's going away on the far side, is it? Silva, I think.
It was. He knows what's coming. Might as well take a breather while I'm here. This is the biggest worry for Denmark. Just over 15 minutes to go. Can't afford to get complacent. Can't afford to get sloppy. Done things well so far and have earned their 2-goal lead. They can all come unstuck oh so quickly if they aren't careful.
15 minutes remaining, as you say, Shaka. Portugal get a goal now. Set things up for a nervy end to this match. A draw, remember, is enough for Portugal to finish top. Denmark would have to make do with a playoff place. Raul Morelos. With free kick. Oh, and the header. There's a real opportunity for Orlando. He just heads it wide.
Never mind being on the edge of your seat for Morten Olsen.
We're going to see Simon Poulsen come on. Imagine that be a straight swap for Silva.
You just know that the left's back work is not over tonight. Picked up a booking, Silva, worked tirelessly for the 75 minutes that he was on. Sensible change by Olsen.
And on a yellow card as well.
With a slight limp there.
Well, Poulsen's first touch. Doesn't take it past Nani. Eriksson to Bentner. Jakobsen. This is all they need to do, Denmark. They continue to do that. It'll really frustrate Portugal.
Some of Poulsen's first action as he gets forward and joins in the attacking play. At which point Michael Crondelli promptly sends it back to his left back slot. No need to be up here.
Well, it's the last throw of the dice for Paulo Bento. Nuno Gomes to come on. It has been the best start ever for a Portuguese coach for Paulo Bento. However, that record will mean nothing when it comes to the newspapers tomorrow. It looks like Portugal are going to the playoffs, and will France be joining them? Edin Dzeko with a goal 5 minutes before the break. France 0, Bosnia and Herzegovina 1. Fans certainly doing their part. Continue to encourage their side. Perez. Coutinho. Raul Morelos falls over his own feet. And it's a chance now for Denmark to seal the deal. It's Dennis Rommedahl. Crondelli takes it into Bentner. Bentner looking for Eriksson. Just couldn't quite turn in time.
It was on for Bentner. I think that Christian Eriksen wasn't expecting it. I don't think it was that bad a ball at all.
draw for the playoffs will be made on the 13th of October, which I believe is Thursday, Shaka.
What a draw that will be.
There will be 4 seeded and 4 unseeded sides. Once again.
For as good as Spain and the Germans, and I'll even throw the Dutch in there, despite their result today. Trailing Sweden now, the Netherlands. Perfect up until final game. There is still so much talent that are still in such uncertain positions.
Corner played in, goes through every single player until Raul Morales puts it wide.
I have to say, I am very surprised with this strike here from Morales. Firstly, I'm surprised that nobody gets on the end of this. Simon Poulsen just misjudges the flight. We've not seen a Dane do that all game. And then Morales, he pulls that. He just needs to thump that on target. Anywhere on target would do.
He knows it, doesn't he? That really would have been the lifeline that Portugal would have needed.
10 minutes to go. I just feel that it's at the 80-minute mark that you throw all caution to the wind. And defending a 2-0 lead, it's going to be the longest and the hardest 10 minutes of the game. Imagine how quickly you'll pass if you're Portuguese, though.
Nani. This is not the Nani that we've seen. It's such a significant factor in Manchester United's fine start to the season.
No, is it the Ronaldo that we've seen for Real Madrid so far? Neither of them have produced anything of note, really. I have to say, I am really, really surprised.
Well, especially when it is such a big match. We expect the world's best to raise their game on the world stage. It certainly hasn't so far. And they're running out of time to do so. Quaresma whips it in. By Alves. Offside flags up. Eating into the remaining seconds.
As much as you introduce Quaresma and you allow Ronaldo to drift inside, you play the right footer out on this left-hand side so that when he comes in, he looks to shoot. Quaresma has not looked for a single shot since he's been on the park. He's cut in every single time and crossed with the outside of his right. That just makes absolutely no sense tactically for me.
Spain 3-0 up. It looks like Scotland's dream of a playoff place is over. As it stands, those who are in the playoffs: Sweden, Croatia, Ireland, Montenegro, Estonia. Sweden, well, in fact, finished as the best runner-up. Sorensen clears. You have to say, Portugal do look a beaten side here. Dennis Romidal. To Nicholas Bentner!
Great save, Patricio. He thinks it's in once he gets his head to this Nicholas Bentner. And I have to say, for a moment, so did I. I thought it was just looping over the Sporting shot stopper. But that's a great recovery save
is very much at the wrong end for the travelling supporters here. There's Eriksson. Flicks it in. I'm surprised that both centre-backs are up, in fact, for that, Shah and Jaland. Nice football here from the hosts. Oh, and it's Dennis Romidal who's onside. That would have been it. However, with the way in which Portugal are playing, I don't think that miss will be too much of a factor in the end.
Well, you see this one coming a long way off. Romidal just runs along the line of the back four. Look how long he holds it, And ridiculously, it's Pereira keeping him on. Who would have thought we would have gotten to 85 minutes gone in this game and Thomas Sorensen would not have had a significant save to make? That speaks volumes. Speaks of the non-appearance, really, of Ronaldo and Nani. Seen even less of Postiga. He's on the sideline.
Substitution here for the Danes. As Dennis Romidal, the assist to his name as he set up Nicholas Bentner for that second goal. Has timed his run to perfection. He's got on the end of that superb pass from Christian Eriksson. The 33-year-old gets a standing ovation here as Jakob Poulsen, the third Poulsen to come on off the bench. And it's just all Denmark. Portugal have almost accepted their fate here.
For all their talent, Portugal, and for as good as they had been at times in Euro qualifying.
Oh, it's Quaresma.
And again with the outside of the right. He's got his arms up wondering what else he needs to do. Play a better ball, quite simply. Down to the byline and just put it harmlessly into Sorensen's arms.
Simon Poulsen. Oh, great work from Simon Poulsen. Oh, what a goal that would have been. Oh my goodness, and what a miss that was in the end.
Jakob Poulsen it was, who it falls to very nicely. What's he doing so far up the park? Simon Poulsen. Then he's just trying to ease this one in. It's a huge gap there for him to hit. Just gets under it. Two minutes to go. And short is all academic. Not seen anything of Portugal in an attacking sense. Yes, Sorensen would have expected to be a lot more tested than he has been today.
Without a doubt. But it looks like the playoffs beckon for Portugal. Poulsen to Wies. In the crowd, you feel, will be celebrating well into the early hours in Copenhagen. Nice one-touch football. Eric's being manhandled there by Alves, but still they can't get the ball from the youngster. As it stands, Croatia, Ireland, Montenegro, Estonia, Turkey, the Czech Republic, along with France and Portugal, would be the 8 teams in Thursday's draw for the playoffs, with Sweden finishing as the best runner-up. Quaresma. To slink it through anywhere will do. The clearance from Poulsen. Nicholas Bender in a running race here with Orlando. Minutes of added time. And Portugal here at least give their fans a glimmer of hope. Cristiano Ronaldo brought down. He's been poor by his high standards today.
But this is just his type of range.
Certainly is. So Sweden, confirmation, will be in Euro 2012 as best runners-up, after taking away Holland's 100% record. Cristiano Ronaldo for Portugal. It's gone in. 2 minutes remain for Portugal to find an equaliser. Back to your seats, this game isn't over.
What a 2 minutes of football this is going to be. Look at the movement on this ball. Completely sends Thomas Sorensen the wrong way. Wow. Is there a twist in this tale yet? Will be harsh on the Danes.
They give away the ball. It's pumped forward by Alves. Morelos to Ronaldo. 90 seconds remain. Quaresma. Oh, it's a really poor ball from the substitute. Just when you needed it to be put onto the head of your centre forward. It's a real waste.
Sensen playing Quaresma on the left bemuses me. Nani can come out there. Let Quaresma play on the right. Let him cross from this natural side. He's not given anything to Portugal since his inclusion.
Morelos clears. This is it. Last chance now for Portugal. It's with Quaresma. Veloso. Quaresma just has to get the ball in there. It's exactly what he does, looking for Cristiano Ronaldo. And offside is given against the Portuguese captain.
That is a huge flag there for the Danes. He will take every bit as long as he possibly can, Thomas Sorensen. Oh, me, I'm happy to take a booking here.
And there it is. The Parkin Stadium just erupts. The fans and the players celebrate. As well they might, as Denmark are through to Euro 2012.
Again, they top the Portuguese. This time they do it at home. And you have to say, fully deserved. The big players for Portugal simply did not show up. But when they did, it was too little, too late.
Meanwhile, for Portugal, all eyes will be on Thursday's draw, which will take place in Poland at 1 o'clock Central European time. Congratulations to Denmark. Commiserations to the Portuguese. This has been a production of ESPN.
Messi, that's 4. Powerful finish from Lionel Messi, who grabs his second of the night. The magnificence of Messi in Minsk.
Ozil, Benzema, magnificent! A special goal by a special player, Cristiano Ronaldo. 1-0.
1-1 pitch. Line to left. Crawford playing shallow. Dives. Cannot make the catch. Raimo comes to the plate. He scores! And the Baltimore Orioles stun the Boston Red Sox. An incredibly shocking development might have delivered the knockout blow to the Boston Red Sox as they lose their 20th game in the month of September.
It's the NFL on ESPN. This week, it's all about division battles. The Vikings battle the Chicago Bears. Then on Monday Night Football, the Jets look to take off against their AFC East rival Dolphins. Vikings, Bears, live Monday. Dolphins, Jets on Monday Night Football. It's the NFL on ESPN.
Don't miss the next Aussies Abroad, direct from the Ironman World Championships in Kona, Hawaii, as we sit down with Craig Alexander.
For me, consistency is the mark of a great athlete.
And reigning women's champ Verinda Carfrae.
I deserve this crown too.
Exclusive interviews, post-race reactions, and more. Join co-host Chris McCormick.
I'll tell you who's going to win and why.
On an Aussies Abroad 90-minute special. Tonight, exclusively on ESPN.
32 of Europe's finest teams on club football's biggest stage.
Absolutely sensational, astonishing.
Culminating with the final match in Munich.
Would you believe it?
No one gives you more.
What a strike. Game, set, and match.
The UEFA Champions League on ESPN, ESPN2 and ESPN3.com.
No team in baseball history has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit.
But let me tell you, don't let us win at 8. Then they get Petey, and then they get shelled Game 6. In Game 7, anything happens. You cannot count the Sox out.
If the Red Sox win, this would be one of the great sports stories of all time.
What if